My yoke is easy. My precious children in the Lord. Greetings in Jesus' dear name. We've been following with joy your tremendous progress, from the lowly days of your first experience with us to your present important position on which you're doing a beautiful job which improves with time. Praise the Lord. God bless you and all your wonderful staff. We love you. However, we know this is a very great responsibility, a heavy burden, and just a plain big job of a lot of hard work, tension, confusion, excitement, concerns, and physical, mental, and nervous strain which tends to be pretty hard on you. Even the Lord himself could not bear the continual strain and virtue drain of a constant ministry to the multitudes, which is what your ministry really is, so he frequently had to get away from it all and take his disciples up into the mountains or out to sea or on a private visit to friends, for a spiritual retreat, rest, and recuperation and inspiration, sometimes even all alone. No one can continue to keep pouring out to others without spending some time alone with the Lord getting filled up again. I've been in the Lord's work for half a century, and my mother for half a century before me, and my grandfather for half a century before her, so I know what I'm talking about. As A.B. Simpson, that grand old man of faith, once said, you cannot do the Master's work without the Master's power, and to get it, you must spend time with the Master. You may recall the poem we quoted along this line, beginning with the words, I was longing to serve the Master, one of my mother's favorites, which I think I included in Stop, Look, and Listen. Along with the homey little illustration about making bedroom slippers for God. I would encourage you to read these again and heed their simple admonitions. We all need more quiet time alone with the Lord in rest and refilling, drinking at the living water of his word and fellowshipping with him in the communion of prayer and the sweet love, making of the Spirit. PTL. None of us can stand these constant pressures of continuous demands on our time, strength, body, soul, and spirit to which we are so often forced to submit, without relief, by the press of time, necessity, need, and one emergency after another so prevalent in such a fast, moving and rapidly expanding work such as ours where the laborers are so few, the harvest so big, and there's so much to be done to gather it in before the storm. But the Lord himself has said, Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. And his word also warns us that we must be temperate in all things, and let your moderation be known to all men. If the yoke gets too hard and the burden too heavy, it's not his yoke nor his burden, but our own or someone else's which we've unwisely undertaken or permitted to be placed upon us beyond the Lord's knowledge of our strength and abilities. He himself will never suffer us to be tempted above that which we are able. Sometimes we're tempted to take too much upon us, but certainly not by the Lord, and sometimes we allow our strength to be taxed beyond what we know we can wisely endure, and in so doing we often allow ourselves to be pushed beyond the measure of our own faith and suffer the consequences in a physical, mental, nervous or spiritual collapse or breakdown, of which I myself testified in the letter, Breakdown. Please don't let it happen to you. Take time to be holy. Holy is in whole in body, mind, and spirit. Thou shalt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Your strength must be conserved and nerves protected from too great a strain. Please forgive us for several times having let you be put under too much pressure, and may the Lord forgive us. We love you, and you have a great work to do for the Lord. Take more time out to be strengthened for it. So don't worry about it, just trust the Lord, and I'm sure he'll take care of you. He never fails, no matter what the conditions, and we'll all be praying for you. God bless and keep you and continue to make you a blessing. Keep up the good work. We love you dearly.